Hello and welcome to the Telegraph Studios, where I'm talking to Tony Wood of Mercer Marsh Benefits. Hi.
Hi.
Successive governments have struggled to ensure fair access to quality healthcare. Whose responsibility is employee health?
Ultimately, it's all of our personal responsibilities. I think historically a lot of people in this country have had the view that access to healthcare will either come through the government, through the NHS, or through their employer, through the private healthcare system. And that may well be true, but the ultimate responsibility and accountability has to sit with the individual.
So if the responsibility of managing healthcare is going more to the individual, what can employers do to facilitate this?
Employers definitely have a role to play. Employers can help facilitate their employees understanding and feeling more empowered and engaged in their own health and well-being. So employers putting in place programs that provide access to information, education, in some cases access to health services. I think all of these things will help to drive that behavioural change that we need to see. We can't expect employers to have responsibility for an individual's health, particularly given that so many of the things that create longer term healthcare issues are caused by our own personal behaviour. But what we can do through the workplace is educate employees to understand these things and to feel empowered about creating that change within themselves.
It all sounds very good, but in reality it's not really happening. Why not?
I think in a lot of cases it's because we're lacking an integrated health and wellbeing strategy. We see many employers who have various programs in place, but why are they doing these programs? In a lot of cases it's because they've seen someone else do that down the road and they thought this is a good idea, and it may well be. But are they actually putting in place the right programs for the right people at the right time to deal with a particular issue?
So what are the big issues that are having an impact on companies across the country today?
I think there's a number of big issues out there actually. The first one is the ageing population and ultimately the ageing workforce. We are going to see a shift in the demographic at work over the next 5 to 20 years, and it does start sooner rather than later. I think also the shift in financial burden around healthcare that we are already beginning to see, we will see the government needing to concentrate their healthcare spend, and will employers be willing to fill that void? So ultimately the shift to responsibility will come to the employee. I think technology advancements as well is an important driver here, and I think the fact that people already are interested in technology to help them manage their own conditions, so these little things we wear around our wrists telling us what's going on with our lives, that will become a big driver in the future too.
We hear a lot about the ageing workforce. Surely that's quite a long way off still.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. I think many people think perhaps this is 20, 30 years away and perhaps not even in their own lifetime. I'm afraid to say it's coming much sooner than that. We did some work recently with a client where we could see the proportion of their workforce that were aged 50 plus was going to double in less than 5 years. Now that's a significant shift, and I think for many employers that's something they haven't realised until now.
So are employers ready for these changes?
Well, I think we're on a journey, and I have to say it's probably a mixed response. I think there are some organisations who are already thinking about an integrated strategy. They are questioning what they're doing today, they understand these issues, and they want to get ready for the future, and that's great. I think there's another group that have got some programs and interventions in place, but are they really the right things to be doing, and are they targeting the right people in the organisation and the right set of objectives? And finally, I'm afraid to say, there probably is a group who perhaps are somewhat oblivious to what's coming down the road towards them.
Tony Wood, many thanks.
Thank you.